morning, my name is Mike Durnford. I am the Environmental Risk Manager for the Environmental Management Division on the island of St Helena, working for the St Helena Government.
Good morning, my name is Patrick Crowley. I'm a landfill site operator for St Helena Government.
We targeted training within the waste management industry to meet the needs of the island, primarily to move the management of waste up the waste hierarchy and to adopt more effective waste management practices. We identified CIWM as being our preferred training provider, and between myself and CIWM we put together a bespoke training package. That training was to be delivered to myself and Patrick, who both work for St Helena Government, and to two other individuals who represent the private sector on St Helena.
The training is a big help for me because, as I said before, all we do is just everything goes in the landfill. But with this training, it kind of helps us to understand what can come out of the landfill site, which don't even have to go in there to start with, and the amount of money that can be made from this waste that we take for granted is just rubbish.
Certainly it's going to have a major impact on the island if we can access appropriate funding and procurement of plant and infrastructure to develop a materials recycling facility, a MRF, as we have seen through exposure as part of this training course. Then I believe that we can significantly reduce the volume of waste going into landfill and potentially recycle initially up to 60% of the domestic and commercial waste stream which is produced, which would not only move waste up the waste hierarchy, would give a green brand tick which would support ecotourism on the island, but would also generate revenue for government which can be put back into the environment. From a government perspective, and more than likely from a private sector perspective, every aspect of the training course, because it was a bespoke, tailor-made course which targeted all of the areas of new learning that we needed for ourselves. So from recycling waste for construction industry, e.g. glass, into cullet or sand, that's probably more beneficial for the private sector, but it's government supported. And will be government supported on the island. The package was put together very, very quickly. It certainly met our needs. CIWM, as I said before, were the preferred training provider because they had the industry expertise freely available. Patrick Pointer, who delivered the training, delivered it in a manner that was easy to understand. The exposure visits were extremely beneficial, and therefore, wholeheartedly I would extremely recommend CIWM as a bespoke training provider.